wells, wells pollute as centers and otherwise and healthy environment potentially violate our human right. Noting that the dam site in Kapsabet, opposite Kapsabet County Referral Hospital, subjected create a danger to the environment and the general well-being of a public include and not limited to use of a Kapsabet Referral Hospital, and dam site is breeding ground for the mosquitoes and other assets exposed to the environment and to the general public considering that the county government is censored with this mandate and taking into the account the dangers posed by the dam site. This house therefore resolved that the dam site be relocated to a more convenient place and proper waste management system be set up in order to manage the waste. Mr. Speaker, sir, let me give the opportunity to my friend Cornelia Some to second this motion.
Mr. Speaker, I second the motion.
Okay, I now propose that the motion on relocation and dumping site at Kapsabet town be discussed. Honorable Nyaundu.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. For this time you have given me at least to deliberate on this. I think this one is overdue. We have been discussing about dam site every now and then. Last year, I think they were trying to relocate it in FTC Kaimosi. And from reliable sources, I think the issue is in the system now. They are planning to do it. But now the question is, all this money we've been allocating for buying land for this dam site, we want to know where the money is and how it has been used. Because we know when they rush to FTC, they know that is a county council land which is free. We don't refuse that fact because it will mount to the county. But where is this money that we allocated to the same? So to me, I feel it has been overdue. So it is good to support it more because the more we relax, the more people will not take action upon it. And it is causing hazard to human beings living around that dam site and even the hospital. To make the matters worse, it is really a shame to have such a site which is just next to the hospital. And these are the people who are taking care of our health. So I feel we should actually continue supporting this issue so that the county government of Nandi can take immediate action. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Honorable Charles Mayo.
As a member said, this is an overdue motion that has come separately. is the location of the dump site and also management of the same. I think the people working in the same department do not know what the dump site is, because management of a dump site is very cheap to manage. So there is no use putting money in a place where people don't understand what to do. I've attended a visit to a place where there is a dump site and it's managed properly. This place, people do it, and even there in Kapsabet, opposite the referral, they can do it very cleanly, but the people who are managing it do not understand about management. Otherwise, we have taken things in Nandi to be casual. People don't take seriously their work. So that is why we see such mess in this county. So we need people who work very hard. So even if we put in Kaimosi, there is need for management of the same, so that that place is not polluted as it is polluted here. Otherwise, these things should be done away with it. We need a dump site that is very clean and well managed. Thank you.
Honorable Jeruyot. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I concur with Honorable Charles that we need a dump site. And there are several places in this county where actually the dump site can be located, Honorable Speaker. We have places like Chemase. We have places like downstairs Nandi Elsia called Chepsangur, unutilized fields and lands where we can actually utilize by putting, this one is not called a dump site. From the knowledge I've acquired when I went to Chamani, and I did benchmarking also in this other country, neighboring country called Rwanda, it is called a recycle plant. Refuses and cabbages are turned into organic fertilizers, which can be used, Mr. Speaker. I want to tell you that one. Hear it. So let us appreciate that we need somebody is bewitching me, Mr. Speaker. What I'm saying, I don't trust Honorable Fred. Fred, we need a recycle plant, not a dump site, where we will not expect pollution. A recycle plant, Honorable Speaker, goes in in creating employment, also availing cheap fertilizers to our farmers after being researched. It has a lot of constructive benefits, Mr. Speaker. And it is high time that actually we should speed up availing the land where investors can construct a recycle plant, Mr. Speaker. Refuses all the way from Jeptiro, where I come from, up to Tindiret, up to Terik, the farthest end of this county, Mr. Speaker. Refuses from those places can be brought and utilized so that actually it is turned into beneficial products like compost feed, organic fertilizers where farmers can use to plant coffee, farmers can use to plant what we call tea leaves, a lot of things where actually these refuses actually can be utilized. So it's high time that actually we look for a place, and I propose that there's a lot of hills here in Chepsangur which are lying underutilized, and I don't expect anybody else to utilize very soon unless we walk into speed and file that land. We have a lot of investors, Mr. Speaker. I was lucky to have attended one of the investors called Skreita from Chamani. We had a very early discussion in Nairobi last 3 months with some of my committee members. And the Mzungu, the investor, was willing actually to do the plan as soon as possible. He had the resources. He had done all the feasibility studies. He had done all what is needed, all the market needs and everything. What was only needed for that Mzungu, for that investor to do was availing the land and all other the legal requirements, Mr. Speaker. So I suppose we should do it as soon as possible, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Honorable Rono.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I remember the last time I was with Honorable Fred at the dam site. That is 2 years ago. There was a tragedy in Olesos where the police had killed somebody. And of course, as Honorable Charles says, it's not so much about lack of a dumping site. It is not where to dump garbage. The problem is the people. The problem is how casually we take our affairs here. As we exit this assembly in a few days, it's unfortunate that nothing has been going on. Whether Honorable Elfas is talking about Jepsangor, Jemas, I don't know where else. It's not about lack of land where to dump the garbage. That is not the issue. The issue is, do we have people to manage our affairs? Do we have people to manage our garbage? Do you have people to manage our hospitals? Do you have people to manage our land? Do you have people to manage anything in this county in the first place? Because if you go to that dump site, you will ask yourself a lot of questions. Whether we have a government in the first place. Of course we don't. The way we casually take. So, Honorable Fred, it's unfortunate that we are exiting after allocating money for purchasing a dump site. I was in Kaimosi during public participation on whether we should locate a dump site there. And of course, from the public participation, nobody wanted a dump site in Kaimosi. Not because the dump site, nobody needs a dump site. It's because of how we manage our affairs, as Honorable Mayowa said. It is not the existence or the absence of land or relocation of land or relocation of a dump site. It is how we manage. In 2022, Honorable Speaker, we should not be talking about the dump site. We should not be talking about dumping garbage. We should be talking about managing garbage, as Honorable Cheruiyot has said. We should be talking about managing organic garbage differently, inorganic garbage differently, managing glass differently, managing different wastes differently. Honorable Speaker, I believe there are so many organizations which can fund the management of garbage in Nandi County. But we don't have. There is a missing link. The missing link is what should happen on 9th of August. Unfortunately, I know it's not going to happen. The missing link is whether we can get the right leadership to manage our affairs. Whatever the garbage that Honorable Fred is talking about is just a sign and a symptom of a deeper garbage that we have. And the garbage is the leadership that we have. We don't have leadership, we have garbage. Yeah, we should start, before we talk about dumping and relocating the garbage, we should talk about relocating and dumping the garbage leadership that we have. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Fred, right of reply.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika. Yangu ni kushukuru Mheshimiwa kwa kuunga mkono mswada Mheshimiwa Spika. Mheshimiwa Spika, tumekuwa na shida sana hapa Kapsabet Mheshimiwa Spika. Hata tuko na wale wekezaji wenye wameanza kujenga. Kuna mama pale amejenga mahali ya biashara lakini tayari wamemwaga kwa mlango wake Mheshimiwa Spika. Na imekuwa shida hapa town Mheshimiwa Spika. Ukiangalia wale wanabeba pia Mheshimiwa Spika, wanabeba town na inaanguka. Nafikiri Mheshimiwa wameangalia. Wakati wanatembea upepo inaangusha kwa barabara inaenda. Lakini nimeshukuru Mheshimiwa Cheruiyot kwa sababu kuna mambo mengi yamefikiria ya kuhakikisha kwamba watengeneze wabadilishe angalau isikuwe yale ya kuleta arifu, wakaushe badilishe ikuwe mambo mengine yanatengeneza ipelekwe kwa makampuni warekebishe pia, na hiyo ndio tunataka Mheshimiwa Spika. Mheshimiwa Spika, kila mwaka tunaweka pesa. Kwa ile miaka nimekuja hapa 9 Mheshimiwa Spika, kila mwaka tunaweka bajeti yake na tunaweka pesa la ifanye kazi. Wakati ya serikali ya kwanza waliweka pesa mpaka ule hakufaulu. Kwa hii serikali pia tumeweka pesa mara mingi, milioni 20, 10, 8 na haijawahi fanya kazi Mheshimiwa Spika. Ndio ningependa kusema ya kwamba kama vile Mheshimiwa Walesosa amesema, pesa sio shida. Uongozi ndio iko na tabu. Kwa sababu tulikuwa na kigiranja wa municipality mwenye alikuwa hapa mbeleni, Huyo jamaa alijaribu akaharibu vitu mingi. Huyo sasa mwenye amekuja sasa, Mheshimiwa Spika, nasikia alikuanga meneja wa chai, yeye haelewi mambo ya municipality. Sasa unaona imeharibika zaidi. Tungependa hivi ya kwamba kama Mheshimiwa Gavana anataka iendelee mzuri, angalie ni nani anasaidia yeye, kwa sababu shida yenye iko town, biashara iko mingi, takataka ni mingi, tractor ni moja. Hata tractor ya kubeba imepaki pale Namgoi, makanika hajamaliza, mambo mengi. Na nashukuru Mheshimiwa kwa kuunga mkono, tuunge mkono, kwa sababu najua hata hiyo takataka kutoka Musuria kutoka wapi inaletwa hapa town. Lakini tungetafuta mahali tunasarakisha, angalau makampuni wakuja wabebe hiyo mbolea na nini, ili tujue vile tunafanya. Na nafikiri ni hayo tu, Mheshimiwa Spika, asante, Mungu awabariki.
Okay, members, I'm proceeding to put a question that will as many as of similar opinion say aye. Aye. Will as many as of contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Next order.
Order number 9, adjournment.
Members, the assembly is adjourned to the next sitting, normal sitting.